Hey there, YouTube fans. How you going, man? All right, I thought I would do a quick video on how to make Sicilian style fried eggplant. Now, I've taken a nice big eggplant and cut it into slices. Now you can go this way or that way. I chose this way because they're smaller and probably easier to fry. And you have to salt each side of this, right? I'll grab one that's actually got salt on it, and what the salt does is it pulls out all the bitterness. As you'll see there, it's pulling out the bitterness, and you'll have to leave it for at least an hour draining away like that, right? So in the meantime, I'm gonna get a little bit of garlic because you have to cook this with a little bit of garlic. Probably try not to overcook the garlic, it goes black. And we will be cooking with some extra virgin olive oil. Now I'm lucky to be here in Italy, so what do we got here? Primo amore. So that's what you'll be cooking it with in this fry pan. So I'm going to go off and peel some garlic right now. I don't need to show you that, it's not complicated, right? And then I'll be back frying this stuff. Okay, so I've peeled some garlic, and it's a good idea to actually smash them to release, you know, the oils and stuff like that. So I'll give them a bit of a hit, and then I'll probably chop them up a little bit. There's something else, right? So that I don't forget, make sure that when these are ready, which I said at least an hour, you know, maybe even longer if you can, you have to rinse off all this salt or else it's going to be way too salty. Now, and I also wouldn't add any salt because it kind of permeates into the eggplant. If from this base, you could probably do even an eggplant parmigiana, but that's not what I'm doing today. I'm just doing, you know, Sicilian style fried eggplant. I mean, it's even better if you would cook this over coals, you know, like if you barbecue it, it's even more tasty, but I don't want to do all that. I don't want to go to all that trouble. So that's a couple of ways. Or you could oven bake it, but I'm doing it like my mum, you know, my Sicilian mum showed me all the years, right? But ideally, if I had time and the inclination and the energy, the absolute best way is to grill them over hot coals, like I did my sausages the other day. That is the way to do it. That would be absolutely beautiful. Okay, so the next step would be to cook them. Okay, so it's been, I don't know, a couple of hours or an hour at least. You see all that juice there. So let's wash these off. Trying to do this with one hand. So once again, I wouldn't worry about salt in them because they're going to have salt permeated inside them. And now we're going to need to get as much of the water off as humanly possible because they're going to be fried, right? Okay, so I'm running out of room here. I just actually cooked lunch, so let's see. So my gas is fairly low, but that should be all right. Okay, now I need to put olive oil in here. I need two hands. I need two hands. Hang on, I'll be back. Okay, so I've put a really decent amount of oil in there. Well, that will be at probably at least 2 tablespoons. I'm just waiting for it to get hot, but it's probably not a big deal waiting for it to get hot. So, because it's going to be a while to cook anyway. Add these in nicely. So don't overcrowd the pan. That's pretty important. That should be enough for the first batch. And then my trick is to put the garlic just on top, right? So it still cooks, but it cooks slowly, right? And you'll get a nice bit of that flavor in there. You can hear it just starting to sizzle. And then I've got these to cook, so that'll easily fit in a pan. And it's just a waiting game now. That's not too high, not too low. You don't want to burn the outside and then not have it cooked on the inside. So I might just put that one this way. There we go. As I said, I wouldn't worry about any extra salt or anything else. And I'm going to cook that for a while and then I'll be back. All right, time to turn them over. Nicely sizzling. That temperature is just right. Smells good. And then I'll be back again. So just be aware that I have been turning them around, and I'm still on the first batch, so it's taken a while. And whilst I remember, don't be afraid to add more olive oil if you need to, because it may soak up the olive oil, but I did put quite a bit in there, so it's happy for now. But yeah, we're still going. We want them, you know, kind of really dark brown, even kind of burnty looking color on the outside, so that the inside is nice and cooked and they're nice and soft. You want them nice and soft is the key, right? All right, so I'll keep cooking and I'll be back. So guys, see that? That's how you want it, right? That batch is done on top. So see, they're soft as well. That's the color you were looking for. We're still on the first batch. Yeah, that's good. That's what you want. And we'll let that get to that color, which won't take long. And then I'm going to put them aside and start on the second batch. I'll just show you one batch. You know, you just rinse and repeat for the second batch, so it makes it easier for me. I can put the camera down, but that's the color you want, and it won't be long before that's ready. Yeah, so a little bit longer. Get it nice and dark in there. And then that's it. So they're actually really nice the next day, cold. I even prefer them that way, but you could have this immediately now with pasta, like spaghetti bolognese or something. That's how I normally have them, or whatever, any kind of pasta. But because I just had lunch, I'm going to have this probably tomorrow now. Good excuse to make some pasta. All right, so I'll leave it there. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. That's it. Yep. So this batch is over, right? This one out of here. And then at this stage, you could put a little bit more fresh olive oil. And by the way, the second batch takes less time. So I'm going to, oh, I can get it off. Okay, good. This is for the second batch. I want a bit more fresh oil. And then just pour them in. Same story. You may need to reduce your heat. In fact, I'll do that on the gas here. That's one good thing about being in Italy. I'm cooking with gas, so I'm turning the heat to a minimum now. And I'm going to get my garlic. To make sure that they're split a little bit to get the flavor out. All right. And then rinse and repeat, right? Just do the same thing. Finished batch over there. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Teacher Sal out. God bless. Ciao.